there everyone, today I want to give you some more information and let you know what I think of the new shows and attractions that I saw on our May 2017 Walt Disney World trip. It's hard to imagine how many things have changed recently at Walt Disney World, but today I want to give you some more of my thoughts about them. First up, let's talk about the Wishes fireworks replacement, Happily Ever After. Now we all miss Wishes, I totally get that we all miss Wishes, but Happily Ever After, I have to be honest with you here, it totally took me by surprise. I remember in the first few moments that I saw the show, I was thinking to myself, oh, you know, this isn't quite the same level that I was thinking of. It doesn't quite compete with Wishes the same way. That feeling went on for about 2 or 3 minutes into the show. I was thinking to myself, okay, this is interesting, it's an interesting story, but it's not quite what I expected. Now after about 5 to 7 minutes into the show, I was really starting to get into it. I mean, they started having the characters, some of the old characters, some great songs, and then the fireworks started getting more and more intense. As the show progressed, I couldn't help but notice how well the timing was of those projections, the brand new projections on Cinderella Castle, and the fireworks and the music. Everything was just perfect, in sync. Now I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but there's a scene in there that's very similar to Wishes. It's something that happens that a lot of people are cheering for when they see it. You may know what it is, but I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic to see. You're gonna love it. The soundtrack that went along with it, I don't really know it yet, but I feel like I'm gonna start getting to know it even better. I'm gonna want to hear that soundtrack all the time. There's one moment during the show where it's like all is lost and the bad guys won and the castle's destroyed. It gets you sad, and then all of a sudden it all comes back to life. It's a great show. Now it's really new, so it doesn't have that emotional link to me yet, but I have a feeling in time I will get that emotional link to the show like I have for Illuminations right now. Next thing I want to discuss is the music of Pixar Live at Hollywood Studios. The music of Pixar Live takes place on the Beauty and the Beast stage in the evening at Hollywood Studios. One of my favorite parts of the show were the opportunities where the characters would come out and kind of interact with the guests. You see the Incredibles, you see Doug, I mean he's like squirrel all the time. It's really funny. I loved it when the Green Army Sergeant was coming out there and he was making those guys do push-ups. I mean, I was laughing, everybody was laughing. Overall, I did like the music. It was really nice, it was a great way to relax. You got a fan over you, I remember a cool breeze. It was a nice area to relax. That being said, it did not hold the attention of many of the children. You could see a lot of them after maybe 20 minutes of the music, them just kind of like getting fidgety and moving around, and you saw many families. I mean like upwards of probably 50 families were leaving after like a soundtrack. Maybe after 20 minutes, even 30 minutes, they'd be leaving. Like you saw a lot of families leaving. Overall, I did like the music of Pixar Live. I did, but I likely will not be seeing it again, just because I feel like you can see it once and then you don't need to see it again. It's something you almost don't want to go to again because it takes 45 minutes out of your Disney day. I have a strong feeling that this is going to be a limited time engagement and eventually it will be phased away. Overall, I give the music of Pixar Live a B-. It was good, but it really didn't hold everyone's attention. Now the next show I want to talk to you about is Disney Movie Magic that happens right before the Star Wars fireworks at Hollywood Studios. I gotta tell you, the Movie Magic projection show is really fantastic. The projections are out of this world. I love the references to Tron and Mary Poppins. They had some great movie references in there. I've always felt that Hollywood Studios needs a little bit more at night. You know, Fantasmic is great and the Star Wars fireworks are fantastic, but a little bit more, and I feel like this really added quite a bit. So you got the Movie Magic, and then you got the Star Wars fireworks right after it. I really love Disney Movie Magic. I hope they keep it around for a long time. I give the show in total an A-. It was really good, but I feel like you need to kind of be up higher to see it. Like there's a lot of people kind of blocking the way, both for that and the Star Wars fireworks, so somehow I wish they would kind of change the orientation, maybe make the land a little higher there, or something along those lines. I don't know how they would do it, but make it a little bit easier to see. When I was at Disney World, I also had the opportunity to meet Starlord and Baby Groot, and I gotta tell you, I love these limited engagement meet and greets, but I wish they would be around for longer, like more meet and greets all over the park. That would be really incredible. The reason I say this is because I know there are a lot of people who would love to meet Doctor Strange or Moana, and now they're gone, so that's just something I hope Disney incorporates in the future. I also had the opportunity to meet BB-8, which was really cool. It's great interaction, but since he's a robot, he's just sitting in one place, it's a little less interactive than you might think. I was talking to him and Pegasus was talking to him, but eventually the cast member kind of had to get into it a little bit because BB-8, he's just sitting there, so I wish he'd kind of move around a little bit more, but I do love having him there. Now I wasn't too sure if I wanted to add Pandora at night to this kind of after video that I'm doing about shows, but I want to include it. I want to include it in this video. The reason I want to include Pandora at night, I know it's not a show, but I gotta tell you, it is spectacular. It feels like a whole new place when you go there at night and everything's glowing. There's black lights everywhere, so wear a white shirt. It's really cool. I mean, it's just incredible. It's amazing how they did it. All the plants come alive, the water turns blue, you've got blue and green, you got the ground with the grass and it's all lit up. I mean, it's really amazing what they did. Overall, I love those new experiences at Walt Disney World on this past trip. I cannot wait to see what's new on my next trip. Now, I really want to hear from you. Have you done any of these new shows or attractions, or maybe you're looking forward to doing them on your next trip? Let me know in the comments what you think of them or what you're looking forward to on your next Disney trip. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.